We see it every day. People, politicians and public figures call out Joe Biden's age and cognitive abilities. It isn't just American networks or TV stations who mock the 81-year-old Commander-in-Chief. This skit from an Italian TV show has gone viral for their comedic interpretation of Joe Biden taking to the stage outside the White House.
Buonasera, Presidente Biden. Oh, Presidente Biden. President, Mr. President. It's okay?
Are you okay, President?
It's okay.
Ok, tutto a posto. Welcome, benvenuto. No, di nuovo, mamma mia. President, Mr. President, ecco.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Ok, it's okay.
Yeah, very good.
Si sente bene,
Yeah.
sì.
Thank you.
Thank you, mamma mia.
Thank you very
Ecco.
much. Feel good.
You are welcome, buonasera. Dove va? Mr. President, oh mamma.
We're late.
No, non arriva la metropolitana perché non è la metro, it's not the subway, non è la metropolitana qui, no.
What's your name?
Con chi parla? Mr. President.
My name is Joe Kennedy.
No, Biden, lei è Biden, è Biden, ma con chi parla? Certo, prego. Ecco, se riesce, if you can. No, sta girando su. No, Mr. President, not turn, no, you have to.
Hello, my name is
No,
Joe.
ma la Buonasera, Presidente Biden. Presidente. Good evening, Mr. President Biden. President. Here we are, President Biden. Qui.
Here.
Yes. Good evening. Buonasera.
As
Yes.
I said to the President of Israel,
Sì.
Mikhail Gorbachev.
No, non è Gorbachev il presidente dell'Israele, no.
Sorry, Michael Jordan.
No.
When he went to the moon
Quando è andato sulla Luna,
and he was shot from Dallas.
ma non hanno sparato a lui a Dallas, quello è Kennedy. No, sia fermo, Presidente. Presidente.
Long shot from Dallas to the moon.
Si sta confondendo con Kennedy.
14 millions.
Sì.
Miles. 40.
Vabbè, ma non è lui, Presidente. Mr. President.
His wife
La moglie?
tried to bring him.
No, ma quello è Kennedy.
Opened by this.
Cosa fa? Dove va, Presidente? Cosa fa?
Wait, that's not actually Biden? I'm positive I've seen this press conference before. In April 2022, a Saudi Arabian state-funded TV network went viral after they made a skit about Joe Biden.
Thank you very much. Today, we're going to talk about the crisis in Spain. Yeah, we're going to talk about the crisis in Africa. Russia. And I want to talk about the president of Russia, Putin. Putin.
President Joe Biden continues to be heavily criticised for the way in which he speaks in public.
Told you all there was going to be an American president who said Putin, come do whatever you want to NATO. If the other guys on our team don't pay up every single cent they promised to pay for. I mean, what are we talking about here? And also, we need to, in terms of the supplemental, we need to deal with the Israeli portion. Give me a break, man.
Did you overreact?
Give me a break, man. Let's take a moment and check in on the leader of the free world, President Joe Biden, who this week was given a clean bill of health from his physician, who declared Joe is healthy and vigorous and is fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency.
Bridge over the Holly River. Look, in Washoe County in Nevada, we're spending $89 billion to add several lanes. You know, our natural wonders inspire, and the reflection inspires our to take action. You know, America is a nation that can be defined in a single word: I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping, traveling with him. I actually traveled 17,000 miles when I was vice president. I don't know that for a fact. No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
And look, as he walks by the crowd of people supposedly there to support him, they're all holding up their phones. If you look closely, it looks as though the phones aren't even turned on. You can't make this stuff up, honestly.
But back to that routine physical he completed this week, where an extremely detailed neurologic exam found no sign of cognitive decline, none at all.
A solid meeting with they make a very good point. Here's the deal. Here's what drives the driver in the states that are affected. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
You know the thing. Now, Joe Biden has been cognitively sound for years. I mean, only a perfectly sane man in peak physical and mental condition would recount a story like this.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did, and back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. In those days, you used to remember the straight razor, you'd bang them on the curb, get them rusty, put them in a rain barrel, get them rusty. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, no man has ever been better equipped to lead the United States, and indeed all of the free world, and the current commander-in-chief. We're in good hands, folks. Gosh.
And see how the president is planning to help Palestinians trapped in Gaza because the Hamas terrorist group refuses to surrender.
In the coming days, we're going to join with our friends in Jordan and others in providing airdrops of additional food and supplies into Ukraine.
Into Ukraine? Yeah, he was afraid. Gosh, God, anyway, at least he didn't call it Mexico like that time when he was trying to prove how mentally fit and with it he was, and then called it Mexico.
On the education sector, let's look at the general knowledge of some young'uns, including UCLA students in America.
Which ocean is on the east side of the United States?
The east one?
Yeah. You're from New York, right?
Yeah. Oh, Pacific?
You guys know this.
I know this. I don't know this.
Pacific? No, I can't do the oceans. I don't do the oceans. I think that's Pacific.
What is the capital of the United States?
I knew he was gonna embarrass us.
I know, wait. I don't even want to think because I don't want to sound dumb.
Well, just...
There's no capital of the United
literally,
States. Is there no capital?
Correct.
Was that right?
No.
Oh,
you guys are UCLA
We literally
students?
go to UCLA. It's, yeah.
What are the three Kardashian sisters' names?
Courtney, Kim, and Khloe. Khloe, Kim. Courtney. Yeah.
Bonus points for the brother?
Robert.
What?
Rob.
Brilliant.
At White House Senior Living, our residents feel right at home. Our vibrant facility offers delightful activities and outings, round-the-clock professional care, and exquisite house-made meals.
Well, I've been eating everything that's put in front of me. I've been eating all Italian foods, basically.
And ice cream.
And ice cream, chocolate chip ice cream.
White House Senior Living, where residents feel like presidents.
I tried eating the test they gave me to become a lawyer. I threw up. So I guess this isn't my first time spitting bars. As I sit in the office where I author the law, I take a look at the nation and I say there's nothing wrong, 'cause I've been blundering and gapping so long. Even my son Hunter thinks my mind is gone, but I never sniffed a child who didn't deserve it. You be passing up these cents, that's what's really perverted. If you ever cross my path, you ain't got a prayer, 'cause me and my homies gonna be smelling your hair. Printing lots of money, killing pipelines, making sure the nation's locked down till the end of time. Gonna give the country over to Xi Jinping, I guess that's what I meant when I said no malarkey. Spend too much of our lives living in Biden's paradise. Everything's twice the price, living in Biden's paradise. Till 2025, we're all stuck in Biden's paradise. Spend too much of our lives living in Biden's paradise. Check out the situation. Hyperinflation, print another couple trillion and destroy the whole nation. And I'm not going down to the border, fool, unless those migrant kids are using their shampoo. I'm a career politician with a senile mind. I can't finish the sentence, I've got blood in my eye. But damn, I'm important. I made a fortune selling you out to China. Yeah, your job's been exported, fool. That ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. And Kamala Harris is counting down the days to 2023 or 24. Will I make it that long? I don't know. Tell me why are they so blind to see that you know the thing. Spend too much of our lives living in Biden's paradise. Everything's twice the price, living in Biden's paradise. Till 2025, we're all stuck in Biden's paradise. Spend too much of our lives living in Biden's paradise.
It's your boy Barry, aka Big O, and I'm the host and the judge of today's rap battle between Trump the Don and my good friend Biden.
Hey Biden, I know it's on that laptop hiding. You can fool your voters, but half the country, they know you're lying. I'll never go to jail, the DA keep on trying. All the billions you're supplying to Ukraine, people dying. You got blood on your hands, what your puppet masters do. They're coming after me, they should be coming after you. But we know the whole swamp is evil, and that's the truth. You can go and ask Julian Assange for the proof. You said black people who don't vote for you are not black. You locked up tons in the 80s for some crack. A crisis at your border, and of course you turned your back. What happened to forgiving college loans? Come on, Jack. You said you don't support gays a decade ago. Career politicians will say anything for your vote. At press conferences, you're reading what somebody else wrote. You're controlled by BlackRock and Vanguard like Trudeau. Your wife is not a doctor, but she says she is. Why, Joe? Hey, Joe, who wrote the 94 crime bill? Here's to the most famous president. 3 cheers. Your daughter said you showered with her well into her teen years. You said Obama was the first well-groomed black man. You eulogize Robert Byrd, please give up the act, man. Messing with me, you messed up big time. Oh, I can't forget 10% to the big guy. Good luck, Joe. Good luck beating that creepy Joe, sleepy Joe. Can't wait to see what you got.
Hey, Trump, my legs and the kids, they would rub the hair, and Corn Pop was a bad dude. This is my wife, and this is my sister. Hey, how did I get here? What's going on? Ronald Trump. Who am I battling? If you're not black, then you don't vote for me. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Hey. Pop was a bad dude. Why'd you fight? Come on, man. This is my sister. Hey. How did I get here?
Well, Joe, that was pretty special.
If you're not black, then you don't vote for me. If you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Whoa, what is that? Oh! Let's follow it. Ew.
I think I saw it land over here.
Greetings, humans! I have come to your planet to help you. On my world, there is peace, a utopia where everyone gets along. And we want to impart this wisdom onto you.
Sounds great. It'll get us on the right side of history faster. Let's hear it.
To achieve utopia, you must first all agree upon this one simple concept. All lives matter.
What'd you say? Are you out of your mind?
I'm lost? Why has this upset you?
All lives don't matter. Some lives matter some of the time.
Yeah, some lives matter more than other lives, and that's that.
But we have achieved paradise. I have the proof it works. All lives matter.
Hate speech! Hate speech!
Okay. Let's move on. There is more. The next thing you need to achieve world peace is forgiveness. Forgive those when they fail or screw up.
Screw that. We don't forgive. We cancel.
Yeah! If we discover that someone once said something even the teeniest bit offensive, we as a culture will ruin their lives forever!
That is terrible. A culture of human cancellation?
Ooh, you believe in cancel culture, do ya? It's a myth, dummy!
You don't start watching your mouth. I might have to look through your old tweets, you big dumb alien.
Tweets? What are tweets? Never mind. Let's try something else. A perfect society will only come from individual freedom. It will never come from the government.
Are you nuts? The government better feed me, better educate me, and better house me!
Yeah, and agree with me that men can get pregnant too.
I'm pregnant right now!
Our advanced research empirically showed that the human male cannot become pregnant.
Follow the science!
Yes, the science. That is what I'm saying.
Follow the science!
The science says men cannot become pregnant.
Follow the science!
Shouting, follow the science, does not prove that men can become pregnant. But even if they could, why would you want the government to define that?
Why? So they can force others to believe it too.
Yeah, the government should have the power to force people to believe things as long as I believe them too.
This is irrational, illogical, and will never lead to a utopian society.
Government! Government!
This is lunacy. You people are lunatics.
Government! Government! Hey, you big dumb alien! If your utopia is so great, how often are your major cities burned to the ground?
That never happens.
What? That means no one's standing up for social justice!
The number one sign of a progressive and healthy society is that they burn their cities down in the name of justice!
I tried. It is hopeless. Terminate.
I cannot believe that thing brought a message of peace, love, and unity. What a hateful conservative!
Yeah, you can tell that we're the good guys by all the terrible stuff we do!
So this is President Biden. He's your leader?
Oh, yeah. Elected fair and square. Well, elected anyway.
And these are your flags back here?
Oh, no, this is our nation's flag, and this is the Philippines flag. We didn't know what kind of flag you used on your planet.
And how did you get your position again?
Oh, I'm trans. Our administration picks everybody based on intersectionality.
Oh, I got my job because I was the best qualified, but I suppose every civilization has its customs.
Here he comes. Mr. President?
The relationship between the United States and the Philippines, to state the obvious, has very deep roots. We've had some rocky times, but the fact is it's a critical relationship from our perspective.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is General Florg. I come as the leader of an advanced scouting party from the planet Algonian 5. I'm happy to overlook the little misunderstanding where you shot down some of our balloon-shaped entry vehicles, though we did notice that it took multiple missiles to bring them down. Just saying.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
Earth must use a different system of mathematics. I want to learn about your planet and your great nation. Please, what can you tell me about America?
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put
I have spent the last 100 revolutions around our star studying all Earth languages, and yet I have never come across this word. What a fascinating etymological discovery.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Is this one of those Earth pranks that I've read about?
No, this is real.
Really? So, I understand you were elected to your position.
It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line.
You're just reading from a teleprompter.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
You do me a great honor. Who are these great soldiers you speak of with the faces of dogs and the diminutive but majestic bodies of ponies?
Stupid son.
Are you really trying to pick a fight with the emissary of an advanced alien race? Are you sure this isn't a prank?
You know, we get that a lot.
What's it? This is punked. Ashton! Ashton, are you here? you lying dog-faced pony soldier, you.
Look, Fat, look, here's the deal.
I may have put on a few space pounds on my way to your galaxy, but I find that very hurtful. I'm just really hoping that we can get something done between us that's productive.
So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway.
Maybe I should just speak to this Trump person I've heard about. Some people say he's actually the true leader.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Well, no, I ain't. I'm green. Or aquamarine. And what are you talking about? Please, isn't there someone else that I can talk to?
Of course. Right away.
Huh? Oh, all right.
General Florg, I present to you.
General Florg, thank you for agreeing to meet with us today.
Yes, you are most welcome.
Perhaps we should start out by introducing ourselves. I'm Chief of Space Operations, General Foreman, he, him.
Undersecretary of State Angus Miller, he, him.
Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer Amanda Williams, she, her.
And what exactly is a Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer?
It's my job to be a black woman.
Well, good job, then. And what is this he, him, she, her, of which you are all speaking?
Those are our gender pronouns, so you know which gender we identify as.
I appreciate that, but I am pretty good at telling the difference between the two genders. A man, man, woman. Nailed it.
That was a lucky guess, but there are way more than just two genders.
Fascinating. We've been probing humans for years, and we have only discovered the two. How many genders are there?
172.
It's hard to know, really. It's changing all the time.
So, your species is evolving that rapidly. Remarkable. Perhaps while you are sitting here, you will grow additional limbs or develop the ability to breathe underwater.
No, that's not what we meant.
It's too bad. I breathe underwater. It's a lot of fun. So, what are these genders, and how do they function?
Function? I don't understand.
Why, yes. On my planet, the female gender is the giver of life, raising and nurturing our young, preserving our civilization for eons to come, while the males mostly just mow our space lawns and make multiple trips to Space Home Depot.
What you're talking about is sex. Gender is something different.
Exactly. People can identify with genders different than their natal sex, or with none at all.
But why?
It's just the way we feel.
No! It was the way we're born.
Well, of course, a lot of times they don't realize how they were born until someone tells them. Someone like a teacher or social media influencer.
And what exactly are these various genders? You have me very curious.
Well, there's non-binary, which is someone who identifies as both genders.
Doesn't saying identifies both genders imply that there are only two genders?
What's it? No, it's... Shut up.
Actually, it's genderqueer. That is the term that refers to people who identify as both genders. You know, like my nephew.
I thought that was gender fluid, like my niece.
No, that shifts around.
No, bigender shifts around, like my stepson.
Well, it can.
Well, oh, unless you're Native American, in which case it's two-spirit. Like my cousin, who got into Harvard because they's 1/16 Native American.
Oh, I understand. On this planet, there are people who are men, and people who are women, and people who are mentally ill.
I can understand that it's confusing. It can be difficult to keep track of all the different genders. There's so many of them. There's gender vague, there's gray gender, demigender, oddygender, omnigender, polygender, and about 10 different kinds of trans. And those are just the ones that my nephew has identified as in the last month.
When I was...
There's also bigender, which is 2 genders, those genders being male and female, or a combination of all genders, including agender, which is no gender at all. So
Space
you
interjection.
can actually simultaneously be no gender at all plus a gender. It's pretty cool, huh?
Got to say, I still can't wrap my head around this gender theory concept.
Allow us to help you. I'm going to show you a highly classified document. It's the new Babylon Bee book, the Babylon Bee Guide to Gender.
It actually helps you choose your gender, it gives you all kinds of ideas for your different pronouns or gender flags, and it educates you on all 437 genders.
And they got stick figures. They're pretty cute.
It all makes so much sense now. Thank you, Babylon Bee.
So, does this mean you're not going to destroy us?
Yeah. Oh, not a chance. Giving you a chance to beg and plead for mercy before we destroy your planet is my favorite part of the job. No, please, don't destroy us. We don't deserve this. The looks on their faces. It's a hoot. The planet has no sign of intelligent life. Official recommendation. Destroy.
No, please don't destroy us! We don't deserve this!
Oh, there's that look. Well.
Pa! Someone kidnapped Molly!
Corn Pop.
Who's Corn Pop?
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Who's gonna stop him?
I'm the best qualified people for this job.
Tex, you can't go after Corn Pop. He's killed dozens of men.
$1 billion worth. Excuse me. 1,400,000,000,000,000. Or 1,400,000,740,000,000,000,000,000.
Huh?
200 million people have died. Probably by the time I finish this talk.
That can't be right.
We choose truth over facts.
Whatever. My point is, it's too dangerous. Why do you care so much about stopping Corn Pop?
He poses an existential threat, and he's been stroking violence in our cities. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Well, don't go alone. At least take Black Pete with you.
The great Negro of the time.
Thanks. But please, don't say it like that.
He looks like LLJ Cool J. I've always got bigger biceps than my thighs.
Don't call him boy.
I'll help you capture Corn Pop. But I heard he's in Indian territory.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent.
No, not that type of Indian. And for Black Pete's sake, don't say it like that.
So you think you can stop me just because you teamed up with this kid?
Look, Fat, poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Oh, hey, don't say it like that.
Now hand over Molly.
Oh, I would love to help, but I do not know what happened to Molly.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
A what? I don't know what that means. You know what that means?
New to me.
So, Tex, you got anything you want to say before I kill you?
This is the appropriate place to make the speech I'm about to make.
Yeah, sure, whatever, just go for it.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women created by goat, you know the thing.
Huh?
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down straight and watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping in my lap. And I love kids jumping in my lap.
Does anybody have any idea what he's talking about?
So you go ahead You stack spaghetti sauce in a store, and you control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift.
What the heck are you talking about, Tex?
Pressure!
My dog might be a Democrat. I pay for all his health care, and I buy everything he eats. I provide him with a place to live just to keep him off the streets. But he just acts like he's entitled, even tried to unionize the cat. Yeah, I think my dog's a Democrat. I pay for all his health care, and I buy everything he eats. I provide him with a place to live just to keep him off the streets. You'd have to be a socialist to ever act like that. So my dog must be a Democrat. His behavior has been hinting that his mom might be Mrs. Clinton. Yeah, I think my dog's a Democrat. And it breaks my heart to have to say an ugly thing like that. But there's a big spread the wealth, government health, flea-bitten Democrat.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
More classified documents have been discovered in President Joe Biden's home, marking yet another location secret government documents have been found.
However, what the media seems to be overlooking is the additional items the investigators found in Biden's garage. First off, Obama's birth certificate.
Does that say he was born in
Kentucky? Kentucky. It's a state in America.
A private collection of hair. Just one of the many items they found while sniffing around.
180,000 missing Trump ballots.
One of Hunter's hookers.
Hunter.
An adorable friendship bracelet from President Xi.
Aw, that's cute. Yeah. Biden's presidential diaper bag. Diaper bag 1.
More like diaper bag number 2. A mug from Barack Obama that reads World's Best 47th Vice President.
Technically true. Well, despite all the bizarre materials found in Biden's garage, we've been assured that there are absolutely no more classified documents out there.
Actually, this just in. Another stash of documents has just been found in President Biden's colon.
While sources scramble to verify the legitimacy of the content, we'd like to preface this report by stating that there is no way for us to confirm the veracity of images of Hunter with prostitutes, drugs, and underage girls placing their feet on his bare chest.
Additionally, text messages do not explicitly confirm whether Hunter refers to Jill Biden as an effing moron, an entitled C-word. Also, there is no way to confirm whether he was referring to Asian escorts when he said, "No yellows."
That's how I feel about starbursts.
Among the information that has been confirmed, here are some of the most shocking discoveries. Hunter's texts are riddled with grammatical errors. Notice the double space in the middle of this sentence, lack of punctuation, lowercase proper nouns, and a plethora of misspelled words. Although this particular misspelling gets a pass, because ending words with Z's is pretty cool.
In this video, where someone who is definitely, allegedly Hunter Biden, is definitely, allegedly measuring what is definitely, allegedly crack. He states that his scale readout is 2.07, when in fact the scale clearly reads 20.7. This is egregious mathematical misinformation, which can be extremely harmful to the yellow community.
Other leaked information suggests that Hunter Biden likes skinny dipping, which would make sense since he's usually naked even when he's not in the water. In addition to skinny dipping, he clearly enjoys skinny standing, skinny sitting, and skinny drug doing.
And horrifically, nearly every single one of these videos reveals Hunter Biden shooting in portrait orientation instead of landscape. I mean, it's ridiculous. We can't even see the whole prostitute passed out with her head in the back.
Allegedly.
Don't interrupt me. You're being a real entitled Jill Biden right now.
Hey, I'm Brett. He, him.
Hola.
Hola? Yeah, that's cultural appropriation. That ain't it, Chief.
Really? Isn't Chief cultural appropriation too? And secondly, I'm from Cuba.
I learned all about Cuba's excellent social programs in college.
Is that right? How long have you been in college?
Half a semester. So yeah, I'm pretty much an expert on socialism. In fact, I'm inviting people to the meeting my group is having. Socialists undermining capitalist knowledge.
Ay, ay, ay. Tell me what else you've learned in college about my country, Mr. Expert.
Bernie Sanders taught me that Cuba has great literacy programs.
Yeah, we used to have to write, "I will obey Fidel Castro," 100 times every morning.
Anyway, yeah, how did you end up in this terrible place?
We escaped on a raft made out of a mattress and inflated surgical glove.
You mean to tell me that you came to America on purpose?
On a raft.
I don't understand how somebody could flee Cuban paradise and come to this oppressive, totalitarian hellscape.
I can tell you, we didn't have any of those in Cuba. That I can guarantee you.
What, you mean that in Cuba you guys only have like iPhone 12s? No, don't tell me. iPhone 11s? No, that can't be right.
You young people don't have any idea what socialism is like.
My ride's here. Yeah, Mom. Yes, I'll be there in a second. Gosh, I'm gonna be late to the Antifa protest. So, do you want to learn more about why North Korea isn't real socialism?
Yeah, my parents escaped North Korea after digging a 30-foot tunnel through frozen dirt with a pair of chopsticks, so...
Look, we know you did it, so just come clean, and we can make a deal.
All right, look, you want to play it that way? You're going to go away for a long time if this goes to trial. Just say something.
And I intend to prove that gun right there, willfully and with malice aforethought, did shoot my client, the victim.
I have to object. On what grounds?
On the grounds that my client is an inanimate object.
Overruled.
It can't have any thought. It's a thing.
I said overruled. Now, everyone knows that guns are responsible for gun crime.
Can you please point to who shot you?
It was that gun. It was that gun over there.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Your witness.
I am sorry that someone shot you.
Someone? That gun over there.
But did you happen to see someone holding the gun?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, guns don't shoot themselves, right?
That gun shot me! Right here.
So I saw it pointing at him. And then the next thing I knew, it was shooting.
By itself.
I don't understand.
Did you see someone holding it and pulling the trigger?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Sustained. Please stick to the relevant issue.
How is a person pulling the trigger not relevant?
We have a problem with guns in this country. We do not have a problem with people pulling triggers.
If I were to pick up this mug and hurl it at someone, would you arrest the mug?
Remove this thing from my courtroom immediately!
What charges, Your Honor?
Attempted mugging.
Okay, this is crazy. You can't find an object guilty. It doesn't make any sense.
Gosh, now America was shocked this week in more serious news by the murder of Laken Riley, allegedly by an illegal immigrant called Jose Ibarra from Venezuela, who it turns out was already had multiple run-ins with the law, but had been allowed to keep walking free again and again in Joe Biden's America, a place where foreign criminals seem to just walk free, while, of course, other people, let's say journalists who are charged with a misdemeanor because the government didn't like the way they covered the January 6th incident at the U.S. Capitol, wind up facing possible jail over misdemeanors. The Biden administration, which is now absolutely under the pump for its virtually open border policies that have run basically since they took office. Now, naturally, the media in the U.S. has been running a cover operation for the Bidens. Just what the Biden administration is going to do to crack down on illegal immigration, which has exploded from under 500,000 a year when Donald Trump was trying to build his wall to more than 3 million a year. Have a listen.
Since day one, the president took action. He did. He put forth a comprehensive immigration policy. And he did that because he understood what was happening, right? He understood that the immigration system was broken. He understood that we needed to take action, and he did.
Oh, really? Did he now? You know, it's a shame that the Washington Post and Facebook and CNN and all those people don't do real fact checks against this White House like they do when Republicans are in power. I mean, let's look at what actually Biden was saying back in 2020.
How exactly would you detain immigrants, if at all, in a Biden administration?
The way we did when we reformed the system with the DACA, I would not retain them behind bars. They show up. No, here's what they do. They show up. Sometimes you have an ankle bracelet, you set a hearing. Nobody, and some of you are going to get mad at me with this, but nobody is going to be deported in my first 100 days until we get through the point that we find out the only rationale for deportation will be whether or not you've committed a felony while in the country. On day one, I'm going to send immigration legislation reform to the Congress to provide a roadmap to citizenship for 11 million undocumented immigrants and so much that make up so much of our communities and make us so strong.
For some people, the ultimate goal in life has been becoming the President of the United States. Would you like to be the President of the United States?
I really don't believe I would, Ronna, but I would like to see somebody as the President who could do the job, and there are very capable people in this country.
Most people who are capable are not running for office. Most men are frightened of politics today.
It is a shame, isn't it?
Yes.
It is a shame. The most capable people are not necessarily running for political office, and that is a very sad commentary on the country. They had major corporations and they had this and that, but they are not running for political office.
Why wouldn't someone like yourself run for political office? You have all the money that you possibly need. You've accomplished a great deal, even though you are only 34. I know there's a lot of things that you possibly can do in the years ahead. Why wouldn't you dedicate yourself to public service?
Because I think it's a very mean life. I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country, but I see it as being a mean life, and I also see it as somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but may be unpopular, wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
All this serious news, you see a Marine alongside Marine One lost his cap. The president goes to help put it back in. It falls off again as he pats him on the side. He goes and he grabs it.
I tell you what, what's your favorite subject? Journalism? Whoa. Whoa, I better be more circumspect in my answers. Those guys back there. Look, come here. Come here. Go ahead, the next question.
I love it. Okay, over here.
Washington Post, New York Times, all these guys. You ought to go back and talk to them, okay? All right? And by the way, that's one of the things that's a dangerous idea. You know, as these guys will tell you, I'm not always their favorite subject. But the truth of the matter is, the reason we are who we are is called a free press. Continuing to denigrate is dangerous. I like kids better than people. Oh, man, this is boring, boring, boring. Isn't this boring, boring, boring? Charlie, this is boring. Come on.
Oh, Charlie?
Charlie, how you doing, man? Charlie, now remember me when you're president, okay? Ready? Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution? That's close to cheese.
He's a good man, even though he's an immigrant.
Ready, Jack? You and me, kid. Ready?
A selfie.
Betty, how are you? My name is Joe Biden, Vice President Biden. How are you doing? It's nice talking to you. I don't have...
California state law recognizes transgender as protected, and so as there's any misgendering, we will so they will be asked to leave. There's no exceptions. If we're having problems in the audience, you know, we may give one warning. I'll be in there the whole time. So.
Not at all sinister. California really is a dumpster fire in so many ways.
I think it's absolutely racist that they're telling the illegal aliens that they can't come into Arizona. They can do what they want to. I mean, we're America. I'm saying that we need to get rid of our borders so we can welcome all forms and walks of life. We need to put limits on people's income because people are making way too much money. Well, I think that you don't pay my welfare check. I think Obama pays my welfare check. And I
Wait, what do you mean? Obama pays it out of his pocket? Where does Obama get the money from, Joe?
I don't know his stats. I don't know where he gets it. But the main thing...
It's called the public treasury. Where does the money come from into the public treasury, Joe?
Illegal aliens who work for a living and then they pass the money to the government.
Wow. And we can't have a Lefties losing its segment without a trans activist desperate to get a uterus transplant, not because they want to give birth, but because they want to get an abortion.
Trans woman to have a successful uterus transplant, ovaries and eggs included, and I want to be the first trans woman to have an abortion.
No!